Hi folks, I'm Jason and this is my daily vlog called Living with CMT. I hope you enjoy. Morning folks, Tuesday morning. We're just down in Costa having a coffee. I didn't realise till I saw myself on the camera how much I needed to shave. I look like a scruff. Yeah, just chilling and doing a little bit of shopping and getting out for a few minutes. Thanks Jeffrey for the comment on my review of the film. Like I said, it was okay, it was enjoyable, and you do get people, putting films down, but then again I've also had films where people have raved about them and I've watched them and I've not been impressed, so each to their own taste, I suppose. Hopefully I'll be watching a bit more a bit later, a few more different couple of films, and my movie review I'll be doing regularly, probably every movie I watch, to be honest with you. Even if they're old ones, I'll still review them. Because some of the old movies are fantastic, and believe it or not, some people still haven't watched some of the classics. I only found out about 2 years ago that Deb had never seen one of the classic Christmas films, It's a Wonderful Life, and that's legendary. That is. You don't get a lot of people that reach our age and haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life. But hey ho, there's not that many people downtown at the moment. We've just had a quick look in Peacock, see if there was anything in the sale, but there's nothing much. We're going in Primark in a minute and doing a little bit of Poundland, B&M, Moan Bargains, usual haunts. I might decide to have a look in Sports Direct, I'm not sure yet. I haven't been in there for yonks. I think, to be honest, I stopped buying sports merchandise when I realised I've got, I think, about 30 football tops and t-shirts and all sorts. All with my beloved Liverpool on. Sorry, Jeffrey. Yeah. But I'll be doing another video a bit later, and I'll read out a poem. Actually, it's a football poem, and it's called Day at the Match. So I'll read that out later. Catch you later now. Bye. Hi up folks, we're now in Sainsbury's. We've done the shopping for the day. We've just got a little bit more doing Sainsbury's, but not much, to be honest. It's like I say, we didn't really need that much, so we just thought we'd come down and have a bit of a mosey. Just going to have my usual plates of chips and a cup of tea. That'll do me for my main meal, I think. Don't eat a lot these days, to be perfectly honest with you. Should be getting a bit more of a video done later. Hope everyone's alright on this lovely Tuesday. I had running with the company earlier, but I'll tell you about that later. Good old Eagle Moss again, messing me about. And I'll catch you later. Hi folks, it's Tuesday evening, and as I stated before, I was going to read a poem out to you called Day at the Match. So here goes. I wrote this one quite a few years ago, actually. I've just been to a football game. The scorer, oh, what was his name? But the goal, wow, what a volley. The referee, God, what a volley. 3 yellow cards and then 2 red. I think he should have stayed in bed. The Reds kicked off, but Blues had the first chance. The striker led the goalkeeper a merry dance. He rounded the keeper. Our goal was in the betting, when for some strange reason he hit the side netting. It's a fix, people shouted. Get him off, others said. But the manager frowned and just shook his head. While the game reached half-time and the score was 0-0, and the crowd were asking who'd go in for the kill. While a substitute came on and his ball control was good, and with a left foot shot, he hit the wood. And the ball rebounded high into the air. Then an overhead kick, the keeper watched in despair. Into the top corner. Man, what a goal. And the scorer himself, he lost control. While the game went slow for 20 minutes or so, and the crowd grew impatient and started to go. Then a dangerous tackle, a sickening crunch. Both players argued and both threw a punch. The ref showed 2 red cards quick as a flash. As along the touchline the manager did dash. Both players trudged off across the field. As to the ref the players appealed. But the appeals were ignored and the game it went on. And the final whistle blew and the Reds they had won. 1-0 the result was. A fair result, so they say. And I hope they win again next time they play. Just a little something different there. Like I said, I wrote that one a few years ago. I don't write many poems about sport, but I wrote that one about football. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, so far you've had Costa, you've had Sainsbury's, and you've had a poem. And now you've got me. I've not done a lot today. Like I said, we've been downtown, so that's took up most of the day anyway. The company I told you I had a run-in with was a company called Eagle Moss. Now, last year I was having books and figures with them, and I rang up to cancel the figures. Now, for some strange reason, I don't know why they did it, they actually cancelled the books even though I'd got the account number and everything right. So I thought nothing of it, got back in touch with them and they renewed it, blah, 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 and it carried on from where it left off. So anyway, I got 3 volumes every 6 weeks because that's how they do it now. Well, when all of a sudden this year, on the 7th of January, they took 2 lots of payments out on one date. So they sent me 6 volumes. So I got in touch with them and said, you know, what's going on? I didn't sign up for have 6 volumes sent to me at once. Now, they've tried to fob me off and tell me that it's because when I rung up and cancelled my original order, I had to basically start again and I missed out on 3 books. So they've sent me they've sent me the 3 books that I would have signed up for normally. So basically, I've got 6 books coming that continue after the ones I'm on. So there's no problem there. But what they're trying to say is that because they cancelled the wrong account by accident, I fell behind in the 3 books. So in order to make up for it, they've sent me 6 books, took out 2 lots of money and not bothered even telling me. So needless to say, I ain't amused. Now, the good news is these will be numbers 86 to 91 of the graphic novels. Now, because the graphic novels are up to 91, there's only 100 of them. So I've only got another 3 more lots after this, which will be February, March and April. And then they're finished. I'll have got all 100 graphic novels in the DC graphic novels comic collection. So that'll be finished then, and I will not be having anything else with them. I didn't see much downtown, to be honest, that jumped out. I saw a few biographies in charity shops, but I've got that much to read at the moment that, you know, it's getting, wow. I mean, I'm reading me Richard Beckinsale biography at the moment, and I cracked another 50 pages on it last night. So I've only got one more lot of reading to do, and that's another book finished in 4 days. So I'm just at the part now. Anybody who knows Richard Beckinsale will know his 2 most famous roles, which were Lenny Godby in Porridge, alongside the awesome Ronnie Barker, and Alan Moore in Rising Damp, alongside the equally awesome Leonard Rossiter. And I can't find anybody that's got a bad word to say about Richard Beckinsale. He seems to be one of the nicest blokes on the planet. You'll get some people that stab people in the back and that because they're gone. They don't need to say nice things about them. But nobody seems to have a bad word say against him. You know, anybody who fell out with him literally fell out for about 5 minutes and then it was all sorted and they were fine again. You know, he was one of them kind of blokes. He's the kind of person who you'd think that you would like to have as a best mate. Apparently all the women were all over him like a bad rash because he was classed as, I quote, handsome, very handsome. And that was by a lot of the men that he worked with. Now, you've got comments on there for obviously people like Ronnie Barker who made references to him when during the award ceremony. It was also on This Is Your Life, obviously. I didn't realise, actually, that he was on This Is Your Life. He got surprised in 1977, if I'm not mistaken, when he was doing a theatre production in London. So he got whisked away to do This Is Your Life, and all the people who worked with him and knew him couldn't say enough good about him. And they weren't fawning over him because he wasn't that kind of actor. He didn't like praise. He didn't like people saying, "Oh, you were wonderful, darling." He didn't like all that. He was very, very withdrawn. Well, not withdrawn. He was laid back. He was just basically took everything in his stride. And one thing I did learn about him was he was absolutely terrible at the readings. If they were doing a day where they had to go through the scripts, he was dreadful. He couldn't read a script for love nor money. And at first, it worried a few people. But once they saw him acting, and he saw him actually once the camera was on him, or once he was in the theatre, he was like, bang, straight on. Everything was spot on every single night. He didn't miss a word. He got all the accents right and everything. And, he seemed like such a really, really nice bloke. And I can't believe it's been 41 years this year since he passed away. That'll scare a lot of people, actually. 1978, he passed away. Time flies. I'd have only been 6. But I've seen quite a lot he's been in. The one thing I've never seen him in, I've heard it was one of his first things, was called The Lovers. And it starred him and Paula Wilcox. So it was Richard Beckinsale and Paula Wilcox. Now, I've heard about it, and I know you can buy it on DVD. And I'm thinking of trying to find it because it looks really good, because apparently it was also done into a spin-off movie as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm not doing a lot else tonight. I might watch a bit of telly in a bit. But other than that, I'm, just going to chill out. Tomorrow we're in. I'm expecting a couple of parcels and stuff tomorrow, a couple of deliveries. So we'll just see what happens. You all take care, and I'll do another video tomorrow. Thank you for watching my daily vlog. I hope it was informative and interesting. If you like what I'm doing, then you can subscribe to my channel by clicking there. And if you want to see exactly what I was talking about yesterday, you can look up there. Bye for now.